I found that whenever I make a change in one area of my life, it tends to bleed into other areas as well. For example, if I've been eating like shit, I've been eating just junk food, lots of like refined sugars, processed foods, just greasy things that aren't good for me, well, I'm gonna feel more lethargic. I'm gonna have less energy, I won't feel in tip-top shape, and I'll even feel guilty too. It's not just the physical symptoms, but mentally I'll feel like, damn, I should have taken better care of my body and whatnot. And if that's the state that I'm in, of course anything that I do throughout the day, I wouldn't be performing at peak performance. Now let's flip it around. Let's say that I've been eating clean, I've been taking care of my sleep, I have a consistent sleep schedule, I wake up and go to bed at the same time every day, then of course my energy levels are going to be more consistent. I'm going to be more wakeful, I'm going to be less tired, less lethargic, my mental acuity and my mental clarity will be much higher, my ability to make informed decisions will increase because I'll actually be feeling good. So something that I've realized is that when you do a certain thing differently, whether it's good or bad, it isn't just in that one area of your life that gets negatively or positively influenced. Every area of your life gets affected by your choices. So let's say someone works out frequently, like let's say they work out like 4 or 5 times a week, they take care of their sleep, they take care of their diet, they meditate, and they gratitude journal, they keep in constant contact with their friends and family, and they have meaningful discussions, they're off of social media, and all these things that generally help to benefit someone's physical, emotional, and mental well-being. If they're doing all of that, then of course they're going to be in a good state of mind. Of course they're going to be in a position to perform at peak performance. So everything that they do will be done phenomenally. Versus someone who does none of those things and eats like shit, doesn't have a consistent sleep schedule, does all the things that generally we know are not good for our health, then it's not just one area of their life that suffers, it's every single area of their life. Their work at their job is going to suffer, their mental acuity is going to go down, they're physically feeling like shit, they're tired, no energy, they don't feel strong and capable. And if that's the case, then it doesn't matter what they're doing. Anything that they do will be done at a very, very mediocre, if not poor level. So something that I've come to realize is that it's really important to have a healthy and positive balance in all areas of your life. It's important not to tunnel vision into one single thing, because even though this one thing may be what's most important to you at this current stage in your life, I found that whenever I tunnel vision into that one thing, the quality of work that I get tends to be lower anyway than if I had just spent all of my time and energy in keeping all of my faculties at 100%. So let's say if I'm focused on trading and I put all of my hours into trading, but at the expense of that, I neglect my physical health and my mental health, the results I get from my trading is going to be really poor results. Whereas if I split that time evenly amongst taking care of my physical health and my mental health and my emotional health and everything else in between, even though it leaves me with much fewer hours in the actual trading, the quality of hours that I'll be putting into it, along with anything else, will be much, much, much higher. So one thing that I've come to understand now is having a healthy balance in all areas of life is essential if you want to do anything well. The people who sacrifice everything else in exchange for putting all of their time and energy into one thing, I think they're the exception, not the rule. I think those are geniuses and very talented people who the average person should not try to emulate. I think for an average Joe like me, the thing that would work best is if you genuinely just tried to take care of all areas of your life in a balanced way. Think about it like a game of Sims, like the video game Sims where you're just like taking care of like all these different people. Generally, they do their inspired work when all their bars are filled up to the green. If you're neglecting even just one or two areas and it's like in the red section, they're not going to be performing at peak performance.